Good evening everyone, I'm James Ford-Bannister, BAFRA Director of Training for 2021 and 2022. In this video we will break down question 73 from the BAFRA Annual Examination of 2021. So, let's break down the question. It's 4th and 3 at Team B's 6-yard line. Team A attempt a field goal which is blocked in the backfield and then batted backwards by B15 at the B 10-yard line. The batted ball strikes A50's leg at Team B's 3-yard line, and then B90 muffs the ball at Team A's 1-yard line, and it is recovered by A25 at Team B's 4-yard line, who then stumbles forward across Team B's goal line whilst holding the ball. Well, there's quite a lot going on in this play, so let's take a look at it visually. The centre's going to snap the ball to the holder, the kicker's going to come along and kick the ball, where it's going to be blocked in the backfield by a defender and travel to the 10-yard line, where B16 is going to bat the ball backwards towards his own goal line, where it will hit A50's leg at the 3-yard line and continue on to B90, who will muff the ball. It will travel to the 4-yard line, where it will be recovered by A25, and A25 is then going to stumble into the end zone. So we have a legal scrimmage kick play, in this case a field goal attempt, which has been blocked in the backfield, meaning the ball is still live and able to be recovered by both Team A and Team B. But in this situation, it is B16 who's going to bat the ball backwards, and we need to know if this batting is legal. So we have a loose ball, in this case a scrimmage kick that has not been recovered by either team, so therefore no possession has been gained. And Rule 941C tells us that no player shall bat other loose balls forward in a field of play or in any direction if the ball is in the end zone. Well, the Team B player bats it backwards and it is not in the end zone, so that makes the batting legal. We know that from Rule 211.3 that batting the ball does not change its status, so we still have a legal scrimmage kick play that is now travelled beyond the neutral zone. Because of this, we now have a situation where, under Rule 632A, no inbounds player of the kicking team shall touch a scrimmage kick that has crossed the neutral zone before it touches an opponent. And we see that the ball strikes A50's leg at B's 3-yard line. So would this make this illegal touching, a violation that when the ball becomes dead, gives the receiving team the privilege of taking the ball at the spot of the violation, provided that there's no penalty being enforced on the play? Well, no. Because Rule 634B, which is an exception to the 632 rule, tells us that an inbounds player touched by a ball that has either been batted or illegally kicked by an opponent is not deemed to have touched the ball. So because it's B16 batting the ball, it effectively gives A50 a free pass at touching the ball because it is not intentional, and therefore the illegal touching does not count, and it goes on to where B90 is going to muff the ball at Team A's 1-yard line. So what does this mean in terms of who gets the ball? Well, Rule 633 tells us that when a scrimmage kick that has crossed the neutral zone touches a player of the receiving team who is in bounds, which in this case is true because B90 has muffed the ball, any player may catch or recover the ball, making Team A eligible. However, if Team A do recover the ball, as A25 does here, the ball becomes immediately dead, in this case at the B 4-yard line. Because they have legally recovered the ball is awarded to Team A, the kicking team. But what about the clocks? Well, as it's a kicking play, there's always special rules involved, so we need to go back to Rule 3 and find out what applies. Well, Rule 323C7 states that we'll have a 25-second play clock after a kick down, other than a free kick where Team B will next snap the ball. And for the game clock, it will start on the snap, because Rule 332D8 tells us that we will do so after a legal kick down ends. So, what do we know? Well, Team A has legally recovered the ball in the field of play at the B 4-yard line, so the team that will next put in the ball will be Team A. It's going to be first and goal at the B 4-yard line because the ball becomes dead where recovered at the B4. The play clock will be set to 25 seconds and the game clock will start on the snap. Thank you for listening to this video breakdown of question 73 from the BAFRA Annual Examination of 2021. I hope that you've learned something and you return to us in the future for more of these video breakdowns. I've been James Ford-Bannister, BAFRA Director of Training for 2021 and 2022.